This might be your first year. It might be your 10th year. Who knows? But if you've gotten this far and you've decided to go to Comic-Con, there's a lot of stuff that you probably need to know. There's a lot of stuff you probably have to prepare for, especially if it's your first time. If it's not your first time, you might not need this refresher. This is more for the kids out there who haven't gone to Comic-Con, or it's their first time going to Comic-Con. One of their friends invited them and they're just like, oh, what is Comic-Con? Let's talk about it. So I used to write a guide when I was at CJLO, 1690 AM every year. And that guide was always about Comic-Con. It was always kind of like a breakdown of what you should do. I'm actually thinking about reposting it or reposting the link because the information in this guide doesn't really change from year to year. The first thing I would tell people, scheduling. Take a chance to go check out the schedule for all the things you want to see. That is probably one of the most important things you want to do, because when you go to the con and you want to see the schedule and you want to see certain people, there are things you might have to sacrifice. And you want to make those decisions before you get there. Making that decision on the spot at the last minute might be difficult. There's things you're going to want to weigh when you're making the decision. How much do I like this artist? How often have they been to Comic-Con? These are some of the little things that I find myself reviewing before I make my schedule of the things I want to see at Comic-Con. Because, and I love some of these actors, but if this actor has been to Comic-Con 3 or 4 or 5 years in like the last 10 years, it's a 50-50 chance of me seeing them because they like to come to Montreal. Maybe their panel might not be the panel I go to. Because for one, I may have gone to one of their panels already and heard them talk about all the wonderful things they've done in the past. And maybe a little bit of a break from seeing their panel will be a better experience the next time they're here, because they may have worked on new projects that I'm really excited about, and I'll get to experience that. So that's one of the things that I take into consideration when I'm making the schedule. Another thing you want to take into consideration is how tired you're going to be. I'm telling you right now, a lot of the times I feel like folks don't necessarily prepare for Comic-Con the way they should. I always tell people, snacks, water, all that stuff, bring a big bag, because you don't want to have to be carrying around bags all day and have all this stuff. Bring a big backpack. Between me, you, and the walls, go buy a big camping backpack, use it for the weekend, clean it out properly, and return it. You're allowed to do that. I mean, sure, it's not the nicest thing to do, but do you really need the $80 camping backpack when you don't camp? You probably don't. Is an $80 camping backpack that you can fit all the figures you buy, the Lego minifigs, the prints you bought, the that loot box that you bought, the mystery box that you got, the cool sword that you buy, all of it might fit in that camping bag, and you're now with this big backpack on your back. Hopefully you're not bumping into people, be mindful, but you have that on your back. It's full of stuff, and you're living your best life because now you have all your stuff on you and you're prepared and you feel comfortable, as opposed to accidentally leaving a bag here that you might have had while you and your friend are talking. You put it down, you forget it, you walk away. I've seen it happen. I literally had to run and catch up to someone and give them a bag. And they were so thankful because they had left a pass in there for something else that they had won that they would have lost. And it's stuff like that, where having that big backpack full of great goodies, all the stuff you're going to buy, is an advantage. So scheduling, check the schedule. Know the things that you want to check out. Make the decisions. Know the layout. Again, one of the things I was just showing you, I just had it on the screen. I'm going to bring it back up. I think it's super important for people to take the opportunity to go to the website and to view the map, the layout of the convention center. I'm going to minimize myself and bring that map nice and big. This is a map of the convention center. It's available on the website, Montreal Comic-Con's website. If you go to exhibitors, they have the map there available to them, because the exhibitors need to know where their spots are going to be. But this map is also just great for you, because you as a convention goer will want to know where everything is.